Hey, you guys. Oh my God, I missed you guys so much. I am back for the moment, and it is my semester is officially over. I actually have recorded content that I just never had an opportunity to put out because the semester just became so busy like it always does. But I definitely just wanted to come back to talk to you guys and just inform you of everything that has gone on since I last left. I last left you, well, before I start, for anybody who is just now coming to my page, my name is Ayana, and I just ramble on here about my journey and my experience being a law student, and sometimes people comment and enjoy it. So if you are here and if you are liking the comment, please comment, like, and subscribe, and thank you for coming to this family, this community that I've tried to build and create. So just wanted to get that out the way. But last time I spoke to you guys, I was going to convention, or that was the video I was supposed to put out, that I was going to convention. You should see like a link right here of last year's convention. It was my first time going. I had an amazing time, got to meet a lot of different attorneys and to connect with them and learn from some of the things that they were talking about, just as far as their journey to becoming an attorney more so. This year's convention, it was in Boston, and it was a nice experience. It was my first time going to Boston, so I hear a bunch of different things. So to be able to experience it for the first time, it was like, okay, I really like their infrastructure, but it was like really cold because that was like sometime in February. I met someone on the council of BET, which is the Black Entertainment Television. That's something I grew up watching, so that was like really interesting. Talked to that attorney a couple times and definitely do plan to reach back out to her. I met a bunch of different students. You never know how many people you actually know until you're in places and you're like, oh, I know you. We really are at the neighboring school, and that's always a great experience. And I always leave that event feeling so inspired just with the whole experience and taking that knowledge and just being in a room with some really influential people. Just Black excellence is always great to me. So that was great. I'm going to still put that video up, even though it happened months ago, but I actually did record around that time, just my experience there, so you can get the fresh, raw experience of me being at convention. Also, after convention, I think before I was in convention, I probably mentioned this in another vlog, but just in case I didn't, I joined this organization called VITA, which stands for the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program, and they help people in the community who are low income with their taxes for free so that they can get the highest refund without having to take a percentage off of what they're doing. Well, a percentage off of the income that they would have gotten back for the tax income return. And so that was like really great, and it felt great to be able to learn that knowledge about taxes and be able to help my family members out and help people in the community. And I met many people in the community, and we just got to talking, and just like my experience in law school, I feel like when I go into these different experiences, I'm like, I'm really an outgoing person. Like, I'll just start talking to anybody, but that's just like me more so. Also, as you know, you guys, I was the vice president of the Black Law Student Association this year, which was like really great because, as I explained to you guys previously, just like how much BOLSA meant so much to me, and just having that community of people who I could rely on who did this journey before I even got into this experience of law school, and having people who look like you be able to be in your corner and be of support. I definitely did learn a lot in the leadership role, just being able to like navigate that leadership along with juggling classes. I will say 2L year was a very stressful year. People say that it gets better. Sorry, it doesn't get better. And that's just my personal experience and my personal opinion, but that really depends on what you're doing. I feel like what shaped my experience is just the simple fact that I was always doing something. So that's what made it unenjoyable. I felt like I never had enough time, and then having to juggle the increased readings because you got through your first year, and so professors want to give you more, essentially. So that was just another thing, trying to navigate my mental health and what did I really need for myself, and being able to communicate those needs for me. So that was like really big. There was just different, it was an incident I was like dealing with during the semester that I just don't care to rehash, but it was just a lot. And I'm just so happy that I'm officially done my second year of law school. I think me essentially saying I am a third year law student now. Like, can you guys believe it? For people who have been here and watched me with my videos leading up to this point, me wanting to go to law school, me going to law school, thriving in law school, this has been an experience that I would not trade even with all the hardships, because I feel like I've come out way more knowledgeable than I did coming in, and just being able to pass that knowledge on to everyone. If you guys have not seen on my why do I want to go to law school, I may have it linked up here as well. Just this thing of wanting to inform my community of their rights, the rights that they keep away from you unless you know somebody who knows what your rights are and can communicate it to you. And I feel like I've bestowed so much information onto different people, and it makes me feel good because I feel like that's going to help them push forward, progress forward. I'm always for people pushing forward. And so that has been great. I was a mentor this year as well, which was like great because I just love talking to different people and trying to give them as much advice as I can, just about my own experience, and being able to, whether that be like to get on hop on a phone call, or to give a writing sample that I did, any outlines that I make, can have access to any job opportunities that come about, being able to send those, and just trying to make sure that other people are in the right position as well, because I know how difficult it was in order to navigate just what I should know, what I should do, and having to learn it the hard way. And I feel like just because I had to learn it the hard way don't mean that people have to struggle and learn things the hard way because you did. So that was like really great. The crazy thing is, the email just came out recently about being a mentor again, and I don't think I'm going to do it again. And it's not because of the experience of being a mentor. I think it does come with great responsibility choosing to be a mentor, because when I think of it, I don't think of it just a thing of putting it on my resume just to say I did it. No, I'm really committed, and I feel like the people I have now, I just want to continue to check in on them and do what I need to do as far as to be a resource to them and help them in any way I can. But just like another year with more people, I don't think I need to. But, if you guys want to reach out to me, definitely, I'm always here. If you ask anybody who has reached out to me thus far, who has been watching my YouTube, I'm always open to talk. That's like great. So I'm like excited about that. Also, I went to like a lot of concerts this semester. Oh my gosh. Okay, so my best friend, you've seen her on here, Joyful, shout out to you. She has been a great help, just trying to help relieve the stress off of my mental health. She paid for me to go to Amaria. Is it Amaria or Amaria? I think it's Amaria. No, or Amaria. I'll put the name down. But she actually paid for me to go to that concert in DC during my spring break. And it was just like so great to be in an intimate space, to hear great music, to be able to have that experience with her. It was just like so beautiful. And then after that, eventually we went to Cleo Soul. That girl can sing. We went to her concert in New York, and I just want to give a huge shout out to my best friend, because she did that. She did her big one. And then we don't stop at Cleo Soul to end the semester. Something me and my best friend wanted to do this whole time for a long time is to see Kendrick Lamar and to see SZA. And we went to the GNX concert, and it was a time. Like, I feel like I should put a clip right here just so you can see just a glimpse of the experience that we had going to see GNX. That it was a great concert. And then you know you had a great concert and you know the person and you know the music and you guys are singing, and then you got people around you who you vibing with your best friend. Like, that was so lit. You got, oh my God, it was an experience, and I am so glad I had the chance to go see Kendrick Lamar and SZA in concert. Like, album on repeat, just squabble up, hey. But it was so great, so great. Like, I've been so blessed, and I'm just so excited to have had that experience. And then something else big that happened that I wasn't even thinking about, but was like a spur of the moment. I went to Africa, you guys. I went to Ghana. Ghana was beautiful. Hold on, before I say Ghana is beautiful, the way I went to Africa is I got accepted into the Fordham School of Law study abroad program. And I went to Ghana for 2 weeks. I do have just simply footage, and maybe I'll just do it as like a voiceover, but I just have a lot of clips. I didn't really get to talk, but boy, oh boy, I think I want to do like a separate video just talking about Ghana. But one thing I will say, Ghanaians, their hospitality is out of this world, and I felt like a queen there. A lot of them claim me. They think I'm Ghanaian. Too many people said I was Ghanaian that I just can't believe that I'm not Ghanaian at this name. I got Ghanaian names, Ya Ghana, Nana Ya, like, they show love. And I love people who show love. So that is just like great for me, you guys. I learned a lot about land labor, the Atlantic slave trade. I got to go to Cape Coast, the River of No Return, where slaves went to go wash up after their long journeys of just walking 3,000 miles with barely food or water, and just learning about that history and the importance of telling a story and whose perspective is that story coming from. That was just like amazing to me. So I'm definitely going to have a different video just to tell you all my different experiences in Ghana and just like how I was received there, because I feel like that has to be its own thing. And I know in the beginning I told you guys that I had a job in a place that you guys probably never would have thought of, but I am working in Los Angeles for the summer, you guys. Do I need to say where I'm working? No, not necessarily. Just know I'm in the city, and if you guys have any suggestions on what to do in the city for the summer, I am definitely open to it. So do not be a stranger in that sense, and just giving up the deets on what I should do. I am in like a Black Los Angeles group, and they have already different events that you can do. I'm actually trying to go to the Grammy Museum today along with the Rooftop Cinema Club. I think they're playing Challengers tonight, so that's just something to do. And I'm supposed to go on a Hollywood hike tomorrow. But I'm just excited to be here. It was like a little rough journey trying to find housing, but I am now at a place where I'm comfortable, and I'm so excited about that. And I've met some cool people at work, which is so great. Yeah, it's just been so great. I can only be grateful up until this point. Okay, also, I guess I can tell you some of my grades that I've gotten back this semester. I was like kind of sad. I'm trying to think, did I do a reaction? I think I did one reaction. I may insert this here. But for my Origins of Reconstruction class, I got a B+. I felt like I deserved more, as you can see in the clip. Deserved a higher score, more so. For evidence, I got a C+. I've had that professor previously, and he always just finds a way to, you know what, I'm not going to say that. I just have to take that on the chin. It is what it is. Business organizations, I got a C, which it was just like, okay, I know I could have worked harder as far as like studying, but I feel like I was going through something around that time, just studying. Like, I just didn't have the motivation. Like, maybe I'm just tired. Like, I'm just tired of these grades. I'm tired of these people's subjective opinions on what they believe your worth is based on a grade. I'm just done, you know? So that was that. I got an A for my Justice as a Black Woman class. I was greatly surprised about that because I just know during the time I was studying for business organizations and evidence, I had to make sure that I got the paper to a place where my professor would be happy, which at that point I didn't feel like I knew how to do that, and it just was too much energy that would have to go into it. But that is partly on me, just my procrastination throughout the semester. And so it was very difficult, to say the least. And just simply trying to put the sources in, trying to figure out how can I make it more argumentative, have my voice in there, not as much description, and just trying to deliver a product that she would like. I guess I did well enough. I feel like I still, even though I got an A, that I could have done better. But, you know, we ball. That's all the grades I have right now. You know, I'm always transparent on this page. If you guys have any questions, you know, I'm always open to answering. Also, something I should mention is like for the Africa trip, like I said, I did a study abroad. So I got 6 credits. I have a research paper that I have to do, and we have deadlines, and I definitely need to be on top of this because I do not want to be in the same position that I was last semester. So because I got 6 credits from Fordham that they're going to transfer over to my school, I am going to become a part-time student next semester. Right now, I have 15 credits on my schedule, but I'm going to definitely take some of that off because I'm going to only have 19 credits next year that I need to earn. Hence is why I'm becoming a part-time student. Also met something I will say about the Ghana trip. I met some awesome people on the trip who now I consider friends forever, even if they don't know it yet, but they do. I love them. We are planning to go back to Ghana for Dirty December. I cannot wait. And I'm really trying to make that work. Like, I don't know what I have to do. I don't know how many hours I need to put in for a job, but I'm going back to Ghana. I need to go back to Ghana for Dirty December specifically. Or just any other time, but I really want to go for Dirty December. It was just like so great. So great. Like, that's all I can say right now. But yeah, I don't know I know what my schedule is going to be, but the thing is, it's not going to be consistent once I take certain things off. If I can remember, I'm in like a family law class, sentencing and reform. So it talks about like prisons and stuff like that. I'm in critical race theory. I'm in, what else am I in? Let me look real quick. Okay, I'm in a symposium for artificial intelligence, which I thought would be very interesting. Franchise law, advanced clinic, international human rights and justice, data privacy, and security law. So some of these things are coming off, obviously. The bar pass capstone, that's something required at my school now that we have to take, and apparently I can't take it next semester. So that's fun. Well, I can't take it next semester. I have to take it my last semester. And then the caveat of, I think you have to get over 50% in order to graduate. And so I heard from the 3Ls that the class is like, but I'm going to go in with a better mindset, you know? So hopefully that's better. I just want to be more happy. Next year, make it very relaxed as much as I can. I am going to try to find a job since now I'll be a part-time student. I want to make sure that I'm putting in the work in order to do that professional development for myself and to become a better writer. Like, there's always room to improve. Also, I did apply to a couple internships in New York, and I'm hoping that somebody reaches out and gives me an opportunity. I think I'm just still trying to shoot towards the entertainment space, and I think that's the great thing about being in LA right now, trying to meet different people, different creatives, and getting in the right rooms in order to give myself those opportunities that I would like to have one day. So that's really great. Also, I think being able to bond more with the people who were surrounded around me, you know, I'm most excited about that and to have that opportunity. And I think that may be all, you guys. Those are the big updates right now as far as what's happened in life. And I'm going to throw the question back at you guys and answer down in the description box. How are you guys? I have not seen you in so long. Have some of you applied to law school? Are some of you just here to hear my rants? What do you think about some of the things that I have said so far? I'm definitely open and happy to hear all your thoughts. You know, as always, comment, like, and subscribe. And if you want to see more recent updates, more lively updates, you should follow me on Instagram. It's __ YANSWORLD. And you can always DM me. I answer DMs, certain DMs. Let's be professionals. Like, let's be great in them DMs. But yeah, I answer DMs. I definitely am just living in the moment right now. So I'm just happy that I was able to come on here and just do this, because I was like, I need to update you guys on what I've been doing in life, and I'm happy I have been able to. So I'll definitely see you guys in the next video. Just stay tuned and let's see some of the adventures I go through in my life here in LA. This is the start of the LA Diaries, I guess. Maybe I'll call it that. What name should I give it? Leave it down in the comment box. Thank you as always for supporting and being patient with me, and for continuing to watch. So see you in the next video, you guys.